Okay, welcome back to another episode of BYU for Life. Okay, today we're going to be talking about Cincinnati Bearcats against the BYU Cougars. This is going to be a fun matchup. BYU is projected to win by -2.5, which is 2.5 points that they're projected to win. And the matchup predictor is 67.9% of winning for BYU. And I just want to tell all of you guys something. At the start of the year, Cincinnati was supposed to win, and BYU was going to be an underdog, which I think really helps BYU because they're just like the typical underdog. Let's look at some stats. Bear Bachmeier with 13 passing touchdowns and 4 interceptions, doing really well. I don't know how to say his last name. Soares has 4 interceptions, and keep in mind Bear Bachmeier is a freshman and 22 passing touchdowns. Let's look at LJ Martin. He's got 6 touchdowns. 6. That's insane. And 163 carries. While Walker, the Cincinnati running back, has 4 touchdowns and 109 carries. And LJ Martin has 900 yards and Walker has 652. Let's talk about sacks. Jack Kelly's going off this year with 7 sacks, and he's a linebacker. The other one is Jay Hunt. He's a D lineman, and he has 3.5 sacks. And you might be asking, how do you have 3.5? You can't get half a sack. It's when like 2 people sack the quarterback at one time. They give it to both of them, but it's just half a point. Chase Roberts cooking in the outfield, 700 pass receiving yards, 5 touchdowns. C. Allen, their wide receiver, has 10 touchdowns, but only 572 yards. They're definitely a pass kind of favorite. Tackles-wise, their linebacker has 92 tackles, and Satuala has 64 tackles. Both of the schedules have been really, really good. Cincinnati got blown out by BYU. And it was 6 points, they lost to Arizona. And then BYU only loss was kind of not the best loss, but it was against Texas Tech, who's ranked number 5, I want to say. I think so, 6 maybe? I don't know. But this one, Cincinnati's going to be at home, which definitely affects the game. It's going to be a nice, shiny day. 44 degrees apparently, and it starts at 6. It's tomorrow. Well, at the time of recording, it's November 22nd. And it's at 6 p.m. So you guys should go watch it. I don't know if this is Mountain Time or not, but matchup predictors have BYU 83% and Cincinnati 17%. So that's just voting, and I think BYU, believe it or not, they just came off a really good game against, what am I blanking out? Wow, TCU, that they destroyed them. I want to say it was like 44-13. This game, it's gonna be, I think, a lot closer than that because TCU is not the best this year, and Cincinnati was maybe even going to go to the Big 12 Conference. But Cincinnati, I think, believe it or not, I don't think it's going to be BYU will win 2.5 points. I think, believe it or not, they'll win by multiple scores. Like BYU will win by double digits on the road in Ohio. So that'll be a fun game to watch. I recommend you watch it. And yeah, BYU takes on Central Florida. The Knights, it's at BYU next week. So you can always watch this next week if you want to see the preview for that. But it's like if BYU wins this game, I saw this one thing where if BYU wins this game Arizona State loses and Houston loses, and BYU wins this game, they're automatically in, even if they lose their next game against Central Florida, UCF. But if they win, then they have to win that game too. If Arizona State wins, then they'll have to win. BYU will have to win against UCF, which is looking like it's gonna be BYU's gonna take control. But there's always that upset alert that you don't ever know. Let's see the preview. Okay, so I think the final score is gonna be BYU. Let me think about this for a second. BYU wins 24-14. I think that'll be the final score. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe like always. And more BYU stuff coming soon. Thank you. Peace.